I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Dean with the JoBlo Movie Network. The 80s were a fantastic time for Hollywood horror movies, and many of the ideas were so original that Hollywood has tried to remake them again. This week sees a remake of the classic Poltergeist, and we thought we should count down the top 10 80s horror movies. Here we go! Number 10 is the story of two klutzy employees who accidentally activate a government project that brings the dead back to life, turning them into flesh-eating zombies. It's the 1985 Return of the Living Dead, the unofficial sequel to 1968's Night of the Living Dead. Number 9 is one that everyone recognizes no matter what. It's A Nightmare on Elm Street, the movie that spawned 4 sequels, a remake, a video game, and countless parodies and influences across popular culture.
Open the door! Get me!
Number 8 is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, a masterpiece of horror from the 80s that still stands today as one of the most frightening movie experiences for the people who saw it in theaters. Many of the classic lines of dialogue by Jack Nicholson were also ad-libbed.
Here's Johnny!
Number 7 was a little late to the 80s horror heyday. It's Hellraiser from 1987, introducing the world to Pinhead and the Cenobites. And who could have conceived of these monstrosities? Well, no other than Clive Barker himself in his directing debut.
You had to hear it from your own lips.
This isn't for your eyes.
You set me up, bitch.
Number 6 needs no introduction or explanation. It's Friday the 13th, the movie that made us all fear hockey masks, camping trips, swimming in lakes, having sex in the woods, and an arbitrary date on the calendar. This is more of a pop culture establishment now than just a movie.
Must be my imagination.
Number 5 is 1985's Re-Animator, based on an H.P. Lovecraft story. A lot of people forget about this movie, but it brilliantly blended dark comedy with grisly horror. Not many other movies could claim that. It really relies on Jeffrey Combs' hilarious portrayal of Herbert West.
It's Herbert West. What are you thinking? How do you feel? You?
Number 4 is The Howling from 1981. Today, this might be considered a fairly straightforward werewolf flick, but it was progressive for the time. It spawned 5 sequels and a 2011 reboot. The story and characters helped to elevate the material above traditional werewolf tales. Number 3 is the movie that introduced the world to Bruce Campbell as Ash and showed us all a peek of what was to come from the successful writer and director Sam Raimi. Evil Dead is a real classic that is still just as much fun to watch today. Number 2 is John Carpenter's The Thing. This movie stands above a lot of 80s horror movies for how realistic and dramatic it is. There's a serious sense of foreboding and mystery surrounding the group of men stuck in the Antarctic trying to figure out who the alien really is.
Clear.
There's a reason that Poltergeist is coming out in theaters this week. The original stood as one of the scariest movies made at the time. It had so many pivotal scenes, from the stacked dining chairs to the demonic clown to the kid eating tree. That's why our number 1 horror movie from the 80s is the original Poltergeist. And that wraps up this week's JoBlo Top 10. What's your favorite 80s horror movie? Tell us down below in the comments. If you like this series, remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe. I'm Jason Dean, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.